T.I. reportedly got arrested after trying to confront 50 Cent outside a nightclub, and things quickly escalated beyond control. With tensions already simmering between the Harris family and 50 Cent, this incident immediately sent shockwaves across social media. In this breakdown, we'll uncover the full story and reveal exactly what led to T's arrest. The saga between T.I. and 50 Cent in 2026 all traces back to one catalyst, a Verzu battle. That's the spark behind everything we're about to dive into. The tension started with comments T.I. made on $1 million worth of game, claiming that both sides had agreed on a Verzu matchup, and that he was supposed to be the one announcing it. According to T.I., 50 Cent later flipped the script and acted clueless when the announcement went public, igniting the confrontation. To truly grasp why this matter, you have to rewind to their history. Their feud dates all the way back to 2006, arguably at the height of their careers. While nothing fully erupted, there were clear signs of mutual dislike. Back then, neither had enough reason to battle publicly. They were too busy dominating their respective empires. T.I. was running Atlanta, while 50 Cent was running New York. Both were topping charts, making movies, and building business empires. The rivalry existed, but it stayed in the zone of mutual awareness, not outright warfare. That all changed in late 2007. T.I. was arrested on federal gun charges, and by March, he struck a deal with the feds, serving just 1 year in prison. That agreement would later become a central point of tension. This development immediately caught 50 Cent's attention, who reportedly quipped on the Gunnit cut, "You so tough." 50 Cent's stance was unambiguous. The numbers didn't make sense. 10 machine guns, 12 months. That was the argument he kept pushing, planting the seed of the snitch narrative that would shadow T.I. for years to come. Then came the second arrest. Just 6 months after leaving prison, T.I. found himself in trouble again when he and his wife, Tiny, were caught with pills resembling ecstasy and marijuana. This incident landed him another 11-month sentence, and 50 Cent publicly questioned why Tiny hadn't taken the fall for her husband. T.I. did not take kindly to that. In a Vibe cover story, he fired back, saying, "I'ma tell you, 50 Cent, and anybody else, we're not having a discussion about what my woman should, would, or could have done regarding me. I'm the only one in my family taking the hit when it comes to the legal system. Someone who stands behind their woman in a criminal charge? That's a coward." Despite the tension, the two eventually picked up the phone and squashed it not long after. By December of that year, 50 Cent told Vibe that the heated conversation had resolved things, and they moved on, at least for a while. Fast forward to 2021, Verzu battles were exploding across social media. On 50 Cent's 45th birthday, T.I. took to Instagram to send birthday wishes. This was during the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic when Verzu events were just gaining traction. T.I. seized the moment, using the birthday shout-out as a setup to challenge 50 Cent to a battle. In an Instagram clip, he said, "Sit across from me, man, and get this work, man." The message carried a subtle edge, as T.I. hinted at lingering animosity. He even acknowledged the history, saying it was understandable if 50 Cent didn't want to respond. After all, the last time he was challenged, Kanye West had outshined him in their chart battle for the September 11, 2007 releases, Graduation and Curtis. 50 Cent didn't take the bait. He laughed it off on social media and moved on. But T.I. wasn't about to let it slide. On February 6, 2026, T.I. appeared on Nightcap Live, hosted by Shannon Sharpe and Chad Oasinko, stating that he wanted 50 Cent in a Verzu battle, and that 50 Cent clearly didn't want any smoke. Shortly after, clips from $1 million worth of game began circulating, giving context to the confrontation. In those clips, T.I. explained that the matchup wasn't meant to pit them against each other. It was about celebrating their respective catalogs. "Me and this Nori talked about this. I didn't call him out of nowhere," T.I. said, adding that they had been collaborating in Los Angeles, selling shows together. According to him, they had agreed on the Verzu, and T.I. was supposed to announce it publicly. But when he did, 50 Cent allegedly acted confused. T.I. laid his stance bare. "Now, I question your character and it seems like you just don't want to do it." That was the point where things started spiraling out of control. In response, 50 Cent fired back by digging into T's past, posting old clips tied to his legal history. This included a 2008 Crime Stoppers ad and footage of T.I. testifying in a 2008 murder case involving a friend. It was a clear move, classic trolling, not a battle. 50 Cent wasn't here to go head-to-head musically, he was here to discredit. 50 Cent wasn't interested in a versus battle. His goal was clear, discredit, not compete. He aimed to make T.I. look like a rat, and that's when the situation morphed from a disagreement over a music event into something deeply personal, something that now involved families, federal documents, and confrontations that had the internet losing its mind. After T.I. publicly admitted he had lost respect for 50 Cent, the New York icon did what he does best, he took it to Instagram. The feud, which had reignited earlier in February when T.I. voiced confidence about taking 50 Cent down in a potential versus battle, escalated quickly. 50 Cent didn't want anything to do with the battle, so he slammed T.I., calling him King Rat in an Instagram comment. T.I. fired back hard, "You're playing on my name, but only one of us is a rat in real life. You know I've got your paperwork right here, and my transcript is online." He went further, calling 50 Cent's excuses worthless, telling him to either step up or stay silent. But 50 Cent wasn't finished. He pushed the feud beyond music, beyond the two of them. He posted an unflattering photo of Tamika Tiny Harris on social media, during his ongoing war with her husband T.I., captioning it with a remark that told T.I. to keep his name out of his mouth. Many saw it as a direct mockery of Tiny, crossing a line that few ever dared to cross. And that photo changed everything. Once you bring a man's wife into a beef, the game shifts entirely. T.I. and his family took it personally, but the first person to respond wasn't T.I. It was his son, King Harris. The youngest of the Harris clan immediately took to Instagram to defend his mother, setting the stage for the next explosive chapter. King Harris didn't hold back. He flooded social media with posts highlighting 50 Cent's past beefs, the aftermath of his 2000 shooting, previous domestic violence accusations, and more. The youngest of the Harris family also shared a courtroom photo of 50 Cent, captioning it, "All you do is apply pressure to females. Bring that smoke to the chimney. Just getting started." It was a pointed reminder, 50 Cent had gone to trial in 2013 for domestic abuse. The feud darkened when King Harris took aim at 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson. He posted a video demanding that 50 Cent share a photo of his mother's grave, making it crystal clear, the Harris family was off limits. 50 Cent, however, didn't back down. He responded to King Harris and Tiny Harris on February 23, reposting a clip from the 50 WTF podcast in which the co-hosts openly disparaged members of the Harris family. The feud was escalating by the hour. While both MCs had previously faced rivalries with other rappers, this battle had turned personal. It now involved wives, children, and even deceased family members, a line most never cross. And then, it spiraled further. Beyoncé's mother, Tina Knowles, was dragged into the conflict after she voiced support for Tiny Harris on Instagram. 50 Cent shared a photo of Tina Knowles with the caption, "I'm not going to do it, but, it's getting weird. Little, up albino kids' grandmothers getting involved. WTF, oh." The post sparked immediate backlash. She hadn't even targeted him, only showed love for Tiny, yet became entangled in the crossfire. One fan commented, "I just hate that he was beefing with a man and took it out on a woman. Now he's attacking another woman simply because she showed love to the woman he attacked. It's weird, ignore T.I., a man, and King Harris, a young man." What Tina Knowles actually posted was simple. In her post, she shared a video of Tiny Harris and wrote, "You feel that? That's what real feminine energy looks like. Major girl, effortless, beautiful, unbothered, glow season. That's it. That is all she said." Yet, 50 Cent went after her for it. At this point, the feud had officially moved beyond T.I. and 50 Cent. It had engulfed their families, their associates, and anyone close enough to pick a side. While 50 Cent was busy trolling on Instagram, T.I. was taking a different approach. He was going into the studio. In the middle of this highly publicized 2026 clash, T.I. released a diss track titled War, according to Complex, dropped on February 22. The track was both a warning and a lyrical challenge. Though it didn't mention 50 Cent by name, everyone knew exactly who it was aimed at. It was widely interpreted as a direct response to the controversial Instagram post in which 50 Cent shared an unflattering photo of T's wife, Tamika Tiny Harris. The very next day, T.I. doubled down, dropping a second track. He was keeping his foot on 50 Cent's neck, unloading another blistering diss at his longtime rival. Just one day after declaring war on the G-Unit general, T.I. made it clear, this battle was far from over. T.I. didn't stop there. He doubled down with a longer, even more scathing track titled The Right One, unleashing a barrage of cutting jabs at 50 Cent. Over a hard-hitting trap beat, the Atlanta rap icon went fully personal, mocking 50 Cent's appearance, his career moves outside of music, and even his past relationship with Daphne Joy, who had previously dated Diddy. On The Right One, T.I. went line by line through 50 Cent's career setbacks. He downplayed the Queen's native's musical legacy, warned that he could end up pushing daffodils, and didn't shy away from recalling 50 Cent's past clashes with other rappers. Murder Incorporated supposedly pumped him full of bullet holes, Cam did him like a hoe on the radio, and he took losses from Rick Ross and Fat Joe. T.I. was relentless. On February 25th and 26th, he dropped 2 more tracks, What Bully and Lessons, claiming he never expected 50 Cent to respond musically, as the New Yorker continued trolling online with memes. That meant T.I. had released 4 diss tracks in just 5 days. War, The Right One, What Bully, and Lessons. It was clear T.I. was operating like a man who had been holding back for years and had finally been given the green light to unleash it all. His 4th diss track, Lessons, dropped Thursday evening, February 26th, paired with a provocative caption. Yeah, I changed my mind too, Finn. I don't want you rapping cause we all know it'll be a mess anyway. We just want you to answer to the Johnsons you juggling in real life. You can write a poem, draw a picture, do a dance or a song to explain, whatever. Keep posting. I don't make memes, I make music pay. The message was clear. T.I. was no longer just battling online, he was calling 50 Cent out in every possible arena, and he wasn't holding back. T.I. was drawing a clear line in the sand. He wasn't asking for another rap battle, this was bigger. He wanted 50 Cent to answer for the allegations that were about to surface. While T.I. was dropping diss tracks, his son, King Harris, was preparing to escalate things even further. 50 Cent refused to respond with music. Instead, he continued firing off memes and posts on social media, taking jabs at old-school rappers still trying to battle. In one now-deleted post, he captioned a photo of a ridiculous AA award diploma, asserting his position, he was above this. He wasn't stepping into a studio, he wasn't writing bars, he was trolling from the comfort of his Instagram. And that strategy works when a feud is purely for entertainment. But when federal documents enter the picture, the game changes, and that's exactly what happened next. T's sons weren't holding back either. They stepped up to defend their father, releasing their own diss tracks aimed directly at 50 Cent. After T.I. dropped his 4th track on Thursday night, February 26th, Demony and King Harris unleashed their respective songs targeting the gun boss. King Harris shared a video that quickly captured attention. Wearing a black t-shirt featuring a photo of 50 Cent's late mother, he ended his track with a defiant gesture, lighting a blunt and mockingly passing it to the photo. How dare you talk about mamas, King rapped, sending a chilling message. Family lines were now off limits, and the Harris clan was ready to retaliate in full force. The video quickly went viral, capturing massive attention online. Even Rick Ross, who isn't exactly a fan of 50 Cent, jumped into the comments to show support, writing under King Harris's post, "Need that T in a 3x, lil bro." Demony also entered the fray, taking offense at 50 Cent's earlier posts about T.I. His track, Jackson, samples J. Cole's Poor Thing and Outkast's timeless classic, opening with a verse directly addressing 50 Cent's late mother. "Are you happy with the way he's been holding your family name? I need to know cause I can't sleep at night thinking you died in vain." With this, the entire Harris family was now fully involved, and the public response was enormous. Meanwhile, T.I. earned his first solo Billboard Hot 100 entry in over a decade with Let Them Know. The feud, ironically, was helping him reach new audiences, but the music was about to take a backseat. The next chapter of this saga involved documents, federal documents, aimed squarely at 50 Cent. And that's when things took a turn no one saw coming. This week, King Harris, T's 21-year-old son, posted what he described as a 2009 federal document tied to the murder investigation of Lal Loy McFletcher. The filing referenced an anonymous tip. To understand why this mattered, you need to know who Lal Loy McFletcher was. He was a G-Unit affiliate, close to 50 Cent, and his murder was linked to music executive James "Jimmy" Henchman Roseman, who had an ongoing conflict with 50 Cent. King Harris shared what he claims were FBI documents from October 12, 2009, alleging that Curtis 50 Cent Jackson cooperated with federal agents regarding the case. The documents shared by King Harris on social media detailed the murder investigation of Lal Loy Mac Fletcher, a G-Unit affiliate whose killing was connected to music executive James "Jimmy" Henchman Roseman. According to these papers, 50 Cent allegedly submitted an anonymous tip to authorities, accusing Roseman of orchestrating Fletcher's death in retaliation for an earlier assault on Roseman's son. The filings suggested that 50 Cent told agents he feared for his life. The document that King Harris posted appeared to be an official FBI report from October 12, 2009, recounting 50 Cent's interview with federal agents. It confirmed that 50 Cent had indeed provided an anonymous tip concerning Lal Loy Mac Fletcher's homicide investigation. He reportedly expressed fear for his life and directly implicated James "Jimmy" Henchman Roseman in retaliation for the assault on Roseman's son. Accompanying the post, King Harris left a caption that brooked no misunderstanding: "I got 21 questions, but just answer this one. So who was Lal Loy Mac? You'll know whoever he was. After he died, that's when Freaky Cent started fearing for his life. Is this the same person who called my pops a rat with no black and white? Well, here's yours, sir." The post exploded online. The implications were enormous. 50 Cent, the man who had built a reputation as one of hip-hop's toughest and most unshakable figures, now faced allegations of cooperating with federal authorities. In the world of hip-hop, being labeled a snitch can end a career. Here's where it gets complicated. Many saw King Harris's move as a potential knockout punch, but the reality might not be so simple. What made this even more explosive was that King Harris had essentially recycled documents that had been publicly questioned before. These papers had surfaced in earlier allegations and legal filings. Back in 2014 and 2015, court records and media reports had already tied Jimmy Henchman Roseman to the murder of Lal Loy Mac Fletcher, citing witnesses and intercepted communications used in the federal investigation. Here's a critical detail. Jimmy Henchman was convicted in 2017 for ordering Fletcher's murder and sentenced to life plus 30 years in federal prison. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, that conviction was based entirely on the evidence gathered independently, not on any cooperation from 50 Cent. Representatives for 50 Cent did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and both the FBI and federal prosecutors declined to verify the authenticity of the documents circulating online. So the burning question remained: are these documents legitimate? And even if they were, does alerting authorities about a friend's murder truly count as snitching in the unforgiving world of hip-hop? That debate has been raging non-stop across social media since King Harris dropped the files. One thing, however, is indisputable: the impact was immediate and massive. The post spread like wildfire, hitting every hip-hop blog, every podcast, every Twitter feed, and it directly challenged 50 Cent's years-long campaign to paint T.I. as a rat. Here's the irony: 50 Cent had been the one relentlessly labeling T.I. a snitch. He had posted the Crime Stoppers ad, circulated courtroom footage, and even called him King Rat. His entire argument in this feud rested on the narrative that T.I. had cooperated with authorities. Now, whether the paperwork was accurate or debunked, it was being thrown back in 50 Cent's face, flipping the story entirely. The tables had turned, and 50 Cent's reaction said it all. In a stunning move, he backed off and wiped his entire Instagram feed clean, erasing every post tied to T.I. and his family, including Tip's wife Tiny Harris and their son King Harris. "I'm out of here. You guys hurt my feelings," 50 Cent captioned a photo of himself boarding a private jet. Every meme, every jab at Tiny, every post about King or T.I. completely vanished. And just like that, 50 Cent framed it as a joke. "You guys hurt my feelings," he wrote, but the timing was impossible to ignore. The federal documents had dropped, and suddenly the man who never showed weakness, never deleted a post, was cleaning up his digital trail and boarding a jet. To grasp the weight of these federal allegations, you have to understand how the system works. When someone is arrested on federal charges, snitching can be part of a plea deal, providing information to help prosecutors build a case. But the law is nuanced. The authorities must decide whether your cooperation actually helps the case or could backfire. There's a clear distinction between being a cooperating witness, a confidential informant, or simply alerting law enforcement. In hip-hop, none of that matters. Any contact with law enforcement is treated the same, and that is exactly what made King Harris's post so devastating. The authenticity of the documents was irrelevant. Whether calling in a tip about a friend's murder was morally justified didn't matter. What counted was perception, and the optics were brutal for 50 Cent. So where does this leave the feud? In 2026, the clash between 50 Cent and T.I. had reached a level few could have predicted, beyond music, beyond insults, and now into territory where even federal papers could reshape a legend's narrative. What began as a disagreement over a versus battle has snowballed into one of the most personal and public rap feuds in recent memory. Let's break down where things stand. T.I. has unleashed 4 diss tracks: War, The Right One, What Bully, and Lessons, and his new album, Kill the King, is set to drop in 2026. The beef has given him a surge in visibility. His music is climbing the charts again, his sons are making waves with their own tracks, and the Harris family is showing a united front. Despite T.I. putting out 2 diss tracks directly aimed at him, 50 Cent has not responded musically as of late February 2026. Instead, he has confined his reactions to social media, trolling, and dismissive posts. No studio sessions, no tracks, just digital jabs. 50 Cent maintains that he is above this, claiming T.I. is the one who needs him to rap, not the other way around. But actions speak louder than words, and the most telling move was 50 Cent deleting his entire Instagram feed. The man who built a reputation on never backing down, never deleting posts, never showing weakness, wiped it all clean. That act alone told a story louder than any track ever could. This latest clash followed weeks of mounting tension between the Harris family and 50 Cent over the versus battle. T.I. alleged that 50 Cent had agreed to face him but ultimately backed out. The feud escalated when 50 Cent posted footage of T.I. testifying in connection to the death of his close friend Philante Johnson, labeling the Atlanta rapper King Rat. Things turned even darker earlier this week when 50 Cent shared unflattering photos of King Harris's mother, Tamika "Tiny" Harris, igniting an all-out war of insults. In response, T.I. dropped The Right One, further fueling the fire. The conflict has grown so intense that law enforcement is reportedly monitoring the situation, highlighting just how far this beef has spiraled beyond music and social media. The department's post went viral, racking up thousands of likes and shares as people found humor in law enforcement weighing in on a rap feud. That's how public this beef has become, actual police departments commenting on T.I. and 50 Cent's back and forth on social media. Now, let's examine 50 Cent's position outside of this war. In 2026, he's far more than the artist behind In DA Club. He's a legacy rapper, a television mogul, a producer, and a meme-ready personality who has transformed his life story into a full-blown ecosystem. He runs the Power Universe and several other hit series, tours extensively, and manages multiple business ventures. That is why the federal paperwork allegations hitting now carry such weight. The T.I. and 50 Cent feud shows no signs of slowing down, yet 50 Cent still finds time to make major announcements about his Power Universe. He's a businessman, a TV executive, and a brand builder. Being labeled a snitch isn't just a matter of hip-hop credibility, it has real implications. It threatens his brand, his partnerships, and his corporate relationships. The stakes are enormous. For context, let's revisit T's 2007 federal case. Born Clifford Harris, the Atlanta rapper was arrested in a federal sting operation after his bodyguard, who had become an informant, delivered 3 machine guns and 2 silencers to him. According to the Justice Department, Harris, 27 at the time, paid the bodyguard $12,000 for weapons he was prohibited from owning as a convicted felon. He was sentenced in Atlanta federal court to 1 year and 1 day in prison and fined $100,300 on charges connected to purchasing the firearms and silencers. This episode remains a critical piece in understanding how the snitch narrative has shadowed T.I. throughout his career, and why 50 Cent has leveraged it so heavily in their ongoing feud. Born Clifford Harris, T.I. reached the terms of his sentence through a plea agreement with prosecutors. 50 Cent's stance has always been clear. The sentence was too light, the plea deal suspicious, and surely T.I. must have cooperated with the government to secure such a short term for such serious charges. The plea agreement, described by federal authorities as unique, allowed the Atlanta rapper to stay out of prison for a year while performing community service. During that time, he mentored at-risk students at 58 schools, 12 boys and girls clubs, 9 churches, and numerous other non-profits, according to court documents. But now, with alleged federal paperwork about 50 Cent circulating online, the conversation over who the real rat is has been flipped. Both sides have allegations, both sides have documents, and neither is backing down. The 2026 confrontation between T.I. and 50 Cent is no longer just about music, it's about legacy, credibility, and who gets to claim authenticity in a culture that prizes it above all else. For nearly 2 decades, T.I. has fought the snitch label. 50 Cent has been the one applying it, posting the Crime Stoppers ad, sharing courtroom testimony videos, calling him King Rat. His entire angle in this beef rested on portraying T.I. as the one who cooperated with federal authorities. But in a twist nobody saw coming, the roles are reversing. From there, everything escalated quickly. Diss tracks dropped, shots were fired across social media, and past feuds resurfaced. The battle spilled beyond music, dragging in families, associates, and anyone caught in the crossfire. The war between T.I. and 50 Cent had entered a new, unpredictable stage, one where the stakes were bigger than either man could have imagined. Family members and personal history have been pulled into the spotlight along the way. What could have stayed as light speculation has now erupted into one of the first real rap beefs of 2026, and it's clear this is no longer just entertainment. The burning questions remain: will 50 Cent finally hit the studio with music? Will T.I. continue dropping diss tracks? Could the federal paperwork allegations actually shake 50 Cent's career and sprawling business empire? Or will this, like so many historic rap beefs, eventually fizzle when both sides grow weary? One fact is undeniable. Traditional rap beefs usually play out through a back and forth of diss tracks. Yet, 50 Cent has remained silent on that front, and that silence is what's dominating conversations. In a genre built on verbal warfare, he's opting for memes instead of bars, delete buttons over diss tracks. Whether this is a calculated power move or a sign of something deeper is up to the audience to interpret. Meanwhile, T.I. and the Harris family have not wavered. They've answered with music. They've answered with federal documents. They've answered as a united front. There's no sign of stopping. The simmering tension between these two hip-hop titans has reached a boiling point. In early 2026, Atlanta's T.I. publicly called out 50 Cent for backing out of a potential Versus battle, a live-stream platform where artists showcase their catalog, and what started as a challenge quickly escalated into a full-blown feud, playing out across social media and music releases alike. T.I. said it himself in his posts: he doesn't make memes, he makes music. And in February 2026, he unleashed plenty of it, all aimed squarely at one man. Whether 50 Cent will ever respond in kind remains uncertain. But one thing is for sure, the internet is watching. The culture is watching. And the battle between T.I. and 50 Cent is far from over.